Okay, here's the question. On Monday, a shopkeeper sold 12.5 kilos of flour. He sold 5/6 of a kilogram more flour on Tuesday than on Monday. And on Wednesday, he sold 1 1/3 of a kilo less flour than on Tuesday. He had 1/3 of a kilo of flour left in his shop, and we're asked, how much flour did he have at first? Okay, so we've got a Monday, a Tuesday, and a Wednesday being compared to each other. And we've got to notice that we're dealing with some fractions here. And we have to notice that here we've got halves, sixths, and thirds. So we can already think we will probably be needing to change the denominators so that we can work them together, so we can add them up. All right, so those are the things that we should already notice on reading the question. Okay, so we've got Monday, we've got Tuesday and Wednesday. So I'm going to draw a bar for each if I can get this working. And, oh, there we go. Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. So we're going to draw a bar for Monday. And this bar represents 12.5. Okay, I'm not going to write the units in here at the moment. Okay, so that's 12.5 kilos there. That's this whole bar. And we're told that he sold 5/6 of a kilogram more flour on Tuesday than Monday. So on Tuesday, we have a bit that's the same. Okay, so if I drew a bar like this would be the same as Monday, but Tuesday's not the same as Monday. It has got this bit more. Okay, so I'm going to draw an extra section on here. And whilst this bit, we know that this is 12.5. This part, that's the bit that's more. This is 5/6. Okay. Now what? Okay, we've got on Wednesday, he sold 1 1/3 kilo less flour than on Tuesday. So less than Tuesday. So I'm going to draw this. I'm going to do that it's maybe about here. I don't really know. There we go. So that's Wednesday. And what do I know about Wednesday? Well, I've been given this information here that the difference, okay, between Wednesday and Tuesday, okay, is 1 1/3. Okay. And this section, we know that this one, it's less, it's a smaller block. It doesn't go as far, deliberately doesn't go as far as these. This part is not the same as these two parts. These two parts are the same. Okay, where are we now? What are we supposed to find out? Oh, and the other thing that we haven't dealt with yet. So let's just check off what we've dealt with. We've dealt with that, and we've dealt with that, and we've dealt with this part. See, I'm just going through and I'm trying to be systematic and make sure I've captured all of the information. We've then got this bit. He had 1/3 of a kilo of flour left in his shop. And so that's really important for us to make sure that we note. And we could either write it in here somewhere. We could even put, left 1/3 or something like that. Okay. Hopefully the model is supposed to make it easier for us to see what it is that we have to do. We need to add all of these quantities together. We need to, figure out what they are. And it looks like the place to start would be to figure out how much flour was sold on Tuesday. So on Tuesday, we've got 12.5 kilos plus 5/6 of a kilo. So it would make sense to change 1/2 into sixths. Okay. And of course, that's really easy because when you've got a half of anything, all right, a half is a very easy equivalent fraction. So if I'm working in sixths, 6 means I've got 6 equal sized pieces in the whole. Half of 6 is 3. So of course 3/6 is equal to 1/2. Okay, so I've got 12 and a half, and I'm going to change that now. 12, well, that's 12 and a half. I'm going to change that to 12 and 3/6. And I want to add that to, all right, 5/6. Okay. And what am I left with? Now, in your solutions that you have for these questions, I think they actually convert also the 12 wholes into 6. To be honest with you, I can't be bothered doing that because you end up with a big number that you then have to divide again. I just remember that I've got these wholes and I just want to add these. So and when I'm adding fractions, I simply add the numerators, because this is the number of 6 that I have, and this is the number of 6 that I have here. 5 plus 3 is 8, which means I end up with 8/6. Okay, now 8/6 is equal, so 8/6 is equal to 1 whole. Okay, this equals 1 and 2/6. Okay, which is the same as 1 and a third. Okay, this is a bit naughty of me. I have to say I've got that this equals this, and then I suddenly add this, and then it's the sort of thing where if you looked at this on its own, it would look wrong. But I think you understand what I'm doing as I explain. Okay, so I've ended up with 1 and a third here. I've got to add that to the 12 that I had. So 12 plus 1 and a third equals 13 and a third. And what is that? What have I just calculated? This is Tuesday. All right, so it's really good to make sure that you remember, why have you done this calculation? What have you calculated? So this is the amount of flour sold on Tuesday. Okay, so I now know what I have sold on Tuesday, and Wednesday is compared to Tuesday. And on Wednesday, he sold 1 and a third kilograms less. And actually, I think you can see that it's pretty easy to take 1 and a third away from 13 and a third. So that means that this must be 12 kilograms. Okay. And so what are we trying to find out? Let's go back. We've got some amounts now. It's how much flour did he have at first? Okay. And we've got to remember that there's this 1/3 of a kilo that was left in the shop. So we still want to deal with thirds. Okay, so we have 12 and a half, which we're going to convert to thirds. Well, we can't have half of 3. So actually what we're going to do is convert to sixths. Okay, we can't have, we've got 3/3. We can't have half of them. We need to convert to sixths. So this is going to be 12 and 3/6. So this is Monday. Plus, what's the amount for Tuesday? That's 13 and a third, which is 13 and 2/6. So that's 13 and 2/6. And add to Wednesday. What's Wednesday? Wednesday was 12. Okay. And we've got to add this third that was left. All right. So what was left is 1/3, but we've converted to sixths. So I need to change that to 2/6. Okay. And then we need to know what that all adds up to. All right. Again, I'm not going to change these into sixths because we just end up with big numbers for no reason. Okay. So first I'm going to add, this is the same as 3 12s plus 1. Okay. So we know that we've got 37. All right. And then we've got 3/6 plus 2/6. So 3, 4, 5, and 7 here. So we've got 37 and 7/6. Okay. And this is top heavy. We know that we can get a whole out of this, which then equals, so 7/6 equals 7/6. 7/6 equals 1 1/6. So this is 38 1/6. Okay, and that is my total amount. So that's the answer that we're looking for. Okay, 38 1/6 kilograms, because I'm putting my units in. All right.